It was always a fear that the conflict in Gaza would spread, and that fear has now become close to being realized. It might even be happening already right now after the attacks on the Houthis in Yemen launched by the US, with the British Navy also joining in. These attacks that have come in response to Houthi attacks on merchant ships in the Red Sea, taking the Suez Canal shortcut really from Asia into Europe, have already now taken the conflict far beyond Gaza. And these attacks from the US and UK are intended to clamp down on the spread of the war outside of Gaza, but that may not be the case. It may not end there. On the contrary, this could be the start of something more and something far wider than what we are seeing already. The Houthis are in effect a proxy for the Iranians, though they are independent and in effect militarily an extension of Iran, which is not likely to take these blows and retreat into compliance with what the US wants and as it perhaps expects. Pressure or persuasion from several countries, including the US, for Israel to restrict hostilities has failed. Israel continues to bomb Gaza. Attacks have continued this week, and every such attack is becoming a provocation to counter Israel even more aggressively, certainly from Iran, certainly within the Arab world, and Iran may yet get more sympathy for attacking Western shipping targets through the Houthis. It may get considerable support from much of the Arab world. On the northern borders of Israel, Hezbollah, who are backed by Iran, have hovered since the start of the hostilities as a continuing threat. Israel continues to hit targets in Lebanon. A Hamas commander was claimed to have been killed in an attack earlier this week. Israel has also struck targets in Syria at several places and carried out killings. The US Navy too has directly carried out missile attacks in Syria. The forces targeted there have vowed to hit back, and not least the Houthis in Yemen and the pro-Iran militias in Syria and Iraq have also pledged to hit back. Iran is arming all these rebels and particularly the Houthis in Yemen aggressively. Leaders from the US and from Britain have said the new strikes on the Houthis are about protecting international trade, but these attacks on international trade are themselves a direct result of the Gaza war. Every day that the war continues, every day that Israel bombs and kills more people in Gaza, support for retaliation appears to get stronger in the Arab world. The prevailing view in the Arab world is that the US and Britain are backing Israel, even though they protest, to be speaking also for the Palestinians and for a two-state solution. Certainly the view is that they have not stopped Israel from carrying out the bombing, and bombing now Houthis, who will be seen to have been acting on behalf of the people of Gaza, is not going to win the US any more friends in the Arab world, friends that it much wants and has long solicited. Now Russia has opposed these new US-UK strikes, as has Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Jordan has warned that the whole region is heading into a wider war. We've seen that France has stepped back from support to Israel. South Africa has taken Israel to the World Court. One way or the other, the Gaza war has spread out far, and it has spread out already.